Hello and welcome to Family Law with YLaw. My name is Lina Yusafi and I'm the founder of YLaw. How do you value excluded property at the time of separation? So let me just explain this to you in as simple terms as possible. Excluded property is property that you brought into your relationship, or gifts or inheritances and some other assets that you may obtain during the relationship. You keep their base value because these are excluded. And if they appreciate during the relationship, they are included, meaning your spouse is likely entitled to 50% of the appreciation in value. Let me use an example. You purchased a home when you were single, and you purchased it for $500,000, and then you met your spouse, and at the time that you married them, the house was worth $1 million. And then you and your spouse unfortunately separated a few years later, and the value was $2 million. In this situation, you keep the original value as of the time of marriage, which in this situation is $1 million, and you would likely split the appreciation, which is $1 million, in half. And that's $500,000. So in this situation, you would obtain $1.5 million and your spouse would obtain $500,000. Now, in some situations, let's say you bought this home and you had it at the time of marriage and it was worth $1 million. During the marriage, you and your spouse moved into the home. The home went up in value and it was $1.5 million. You sold it. You purchased another property for $2 million with your spouse. And then at the time of your separation, this new property was worth only $1 million. So this is when it gets very tricky, because you could have an argument saying, I had a home that was $1 million at the beginning of our relationship. And now, after we've gone through everything, this new home that was purchased with the initial home is worth $1 million. So I should be getting the whole $1 million back for myself. But your spouse would say, no. You sold that home, we bought a new home, we paid the mortgage, I contributed to this home, and we paid down $500,000 as a result of paying down the mortgage, but then the market went down and now it's only $1 million, so I have a stake in it. So nowadays, the way that the courts deal with this situation is they look at your excluded properties value, which in this case was $1 million, the contributions by your spouse during the relationship, which in this situation, if you paid down the mortgage by, if they paid down the mortgage by, let's say, $500,000, their contribution would be $500,000. And so they will divide whatever remains in proportionate shares of your contributions. So in this situation, your spouse will likely get $250,000 and you will keep the other $730,000. To see the exact formula on how to calculate this, please go to our blog on our website, which is called How to Value Excluded Properties. There we show you a case that explains how excluded property is valued and divided. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, you can call us at 604-974-9529 or email info@ylaw.ca. Thank you.